Hello, learners. Welcome to Aggravation for You. My name is Shruti Shahani, the mentor for biology and microbiology in Aggravation for You, and we'll be talking about the exam paper of CFTRI 2023. Now, what is CFTRI? Before all this paper analysis, what is CFTRI? CFTRI entrance exam is conducted by CFTRI Mysore and ending up with the admissions in the MSc Food Technology. Uh, in CFTRI and in repeated institute of CFTRI Mysore. So, what is the eligibility criteria and important dates about this entrance exam will be seen. So, for eligibility for this MSc Food Technology exam, entrance exam, in that eligibility criteria for the students is bachelor's degree in science, agriculture, engineering, or technology, any allied sciences field with minimum 50% marks for general OBC and defense personals, and 50% marks in the degree will be scored by the SC/ST student. Okay, so now what are the important dates for the CFTRI entrance exams? So important dates in 2023 was application form was opened on 4th May and ended up with 22nd June 2023. Exam is conducted on 23rd July and result will be declared on the 8th of the August and onwards. Okay, now, what is intake capacity? So, in this entrance exam, this CFTRI entrance exam is taking up 32 candidates, we can say. So, 34 candidates, as in two candidates are industry sponsored. So, they will not be admitting in this institute by this exam, but the industry is sponsoring them, and through the interview, they will be gaining the seats. And around 32 students, 32 seats. In that, we can say 30 seats, moreover, are filled up by this CFTR exam. So this entrance exam is taking 30 students all over India and getting the admission into CFTRI Institute. Now, what could be the exam pattern for this exam? So if we see the exam pattern, we can get the 100 strategy. That is, total number of questions are 100. So the time also given, one question per minute, that is 100 minutes. 1 hour 40 minutes is the duration of exam, and each question is carrying each mark. Okay, so 100 marks are comprising the 100 question. The exam is comprised of the 100 questions, 100 marks, and the duration is 100 minutes, that is 1 hour 40 minutes. And the marking scheme here, we can see that here is a negative marking. So 1 by 4 is negative marking. So you get each 0.25 marks for each incorrect answers. Okay, so after that, what is the syllabus for this exam? So there are 10 subjects moreover, this the physics, chemistry, mathematics, the fundamental of these three domains, and biology. Then the microbiology, food biotechnology, biochemistry, nutrition, that is the one subject. Agriculture and dairy technology, food engineering, mental ability, and general awareness. These are the basic degree level syllabus is included in that. So step by step, we'll be seeing how many questions and what type of questions have come in this 2023 exam. Let's see. So in this, first subject is physics. So in that, you can see the elements of mechanics, colligative properties, laws of thermodynamics, heat transfer, electrostatics. So from all these things, we can see one question from mechanics. Okay, only basic, only fundamental questions were there, like in mechanics, calculate the average velocity. So in colligative properties, thermodynamics, you can say, so isothermal process. It's just related to very basic things. So basic things are, if you know the fundamentals of each of this subject, so that you can easily score good. Okay, but for that, they will the CFTRI will check the deep knowledge, okay, the deep understanding, but the fundamentals of this subject for each subject. So just like that, all the uh, syllabus points are included in this exam. So, as in, I have told you that elements of mechanics. So, in that, the average velocity question, radioactivity, the rays questions, the type of rays uh, are have asked. Again, the optics, magnetism, electrodynamics. So, from all these domains, we can we have seen only one question, that is around 6 to 7 questions are memory based. We have revised these questions, but around 8 to 10 questions were came from this physics. Okay, now we'll be seeing chemistry. So in chemistry, gas laws, thermochemistry, equilibria, kinetics, this pH and buffer, molecular orbital theory, this all fundamentals have included in syllabus, the PDF which can be extracted from the CFTRI website. So you can see each question, each topic is covered in this entrance exam, and the questions were really basic, like from periodic table you can see that modern periodic law is based on. So just like that, simple questions. So in aliphatic and aromatic hydrocarbons. So each question from this gas laws, thermochemistry, chemical equilibria, chemical kinetics, this chemical bonds and forces involved, these are also important. So each important point is included in this uh, entrance exam. Again, the organic substitution reactions were there, isomerism were there. The formula of optical isomers, stereoisomers is asked. Again, the food chemistry, carbohydrates. So moreover, 2 to 3 questions were from food chemistry. uh, Around 8 to 10 questions we can again expect from this syllabus. Okay, so 8 to 10 questions were there in this paper. Again, if we go towards mathematics, so in mathematics, you can see around 7 to 8 questions were there in the entrance exam. So, what the questions are from binomial theorem, uh, this year matrices, from matrices there were one question. Determinant was not there. Vectors was there, quadratic equation was there, differentiation was there. Trigonometric identities is the most important, we can say. Always there would be questions, or 1 to 2 questions from the trigonometry. This year also 2 questions were from trigonometry. Now we'll be seeing biology. So in biology, there were two sections, just like botany and zoology. So these sections were given in the syllabus only. So in botany, systematics of plants are having around 2 questions, 2 to 3 questions were from the systematics of plants. So all the basics around about the systematics, Linnaeus, and the diagrams and all. Ecology is having around 2 questions. Cytology and physiology of plants is also having 2 questions, and economic botany is having a single question, we can say. Moreover, what happens, we cannot draw a proper line between botany and agriculture, zoology and genetics, this biotechnology. So the questions are really like the economic botany question, we can consider it in agriculture also. So moreover, from botany, we can say around 5 to 6 questions were there. Again, if we see zoology part, so from zoology, the molecular basis of inheritance, again, it is of genetics, only genetics comprises in biotechnology. So from this molecular basis of inheritance, there were 2 questions. The cell, from cell part, cell biology, there were some questions around one question from cell biology, 2 questions from molecular basis of inheritance, and again I'm telling you, very fundamental, okay, very basic questions were asked. Not you need not to have a very deep knowledge, okay, but you have to have deep understanding of the subject, not knowledge but the understanding. Again, the elements of genetics, animal tissues, and mostly endocrine glands. Okay, each year endocrine glands were asked around 1 to 2 questions from endocrine glands is asked. Digestion and absorption. Here, 2 questions we have seen from digestion and absorption. So around one is of intestine, something the absorption in intestine, and uh, this protein, the digestion of the biochemicals. Okay, again respiration, we haven't seen much questions this year from respiration. Not single one, I think. Yeah, there were not much questions from respiration, general physiology of animals. There were no questions from animals, but from human. They are focused on human physiology mostly. Then systematics of animals is also not having much impact in this exam. So now let's go towards microbiology. So in microbiology, you can see this historical development, morphology, cytology, reproduction of bacteria, genetics, yeast, and molds. So from all this, we can say 8 to 10 questions were from microbiology. So historical development, there were no much questions, but from my morphology, cytology, and reproduction of bacteria, there were I think 3 questions from this morphology, cytology, and reproduction of the bacteria. Morphology, as in the morphology is asked about Staphylococcus and something. Cytology was also there. Reproduction of bacteria, there were 1 question. There was, yes. Again, yeast and molds. So yeast and molds is basically related to food contamination, right? So also the economic importance is very strong of this yeast, molds, and bacteria. So there was 1 question from yeast. There was 1 question from molds also. Then food contamination. One microbiological test was asked in the paper about some tomato sauce thing. Yeah. So this is from food contamination. One question is asked from food contamination. Then general principles of food preservation. From that, a single question asked, and microbiological standards. This food contamination questions was from microbiological standards only. So what type of test is used for tomato sauce? So what amount of this present, the molds will be present in a properly sanitized tomato sauce. Okay, so this is asked. Again, biochemistry, nutrition, and enzymes. So from all these things, 2 to 3 questions have asked. As like hormones are came into biochemistry also, and they're in zoology also. So we have seen in human physiology, we have seen the hormones in human physiology and the endocrine glands also. So here only hormones, this enzyme cofactors, and the very deep. No, we cannot say very deep, but a very shallow concept were asked. Okay, so shallow concept as in about the competitive and non-competitive inhibitors and the enzymes. Again, the glands, thyroid gland, more endocrine glands, and the hormones asked. Again, the fat and protein metabolism from this. 1 question is asked, which can be considered in digestion also, so which is easily broken down. So this type of question is asked. Again, about vitamins. 1 question was there, that is in vitamins, which in rice, which rice is what we can say, um, enriched in which type of vitamin. So vitamin A was something answered. Again, mineral and their functions. So some ions and minerals have asked uh, in the exam, and their some impact on the body. This potassium and sodium of something in the electrical impact in the synapses, neurons. So in that, 1 question was from minerals and their functions. Okay, nucleic acid also, we can say nucleic acids were asked also. Again, agriculture. So in agriculture, you can see here in this paper, Agriculture was comprising only 2 to 3 questions, but dairy technology is having 5 to 6 questions this year. Okay, so 5 to 6 each from cattle management also, diseases of cattle also, chemistry of milk, the test for milk, again microbiology of milk, milk standards also, fat percentage and all, composition of milk. So these questions were asked from dairy science, but from agriculture we can see only 2 to 3 questions have seen. Okay, and these are also from very what we can say basic and fundamental question were asked. Again, food engineering, if we consider food engineering, so the first question was that dimensions. Okay, so units and dimensions from that 2 questions was there. Fundamental of fluid flow, so in fluid mechanics, there was 1 question, pressure energy head. So in that, 1 question is asked, which is from the unit dimension also. Emulsions is having 2 questions. Yeah. Again, mixing, separation processes and mechanical operation. From that, comprisingly 2 questions were asked. Again, power generator, there were 1 question. There was 1 question from power generator. Then strength of material, there were a single question from this, and heat exchanger. This is also, and also size reduction is having 1 question around of meals. So this is important part. This mixing and analysis and strength. Each question is having very fundamental understanding, very basic understanding. Uh, I can say that if one student is studying very sincerely in the degree subjects, degree exams, so I can say the students can answer well in this CFTRI entrance exam. Okay, so now we'll go towards mental ability. So in mental ability, not this mental ability was a bit tricky. Okay, so normally the questions were very easy, but they have tricked the question from this word problem kind of arrangement so that to bother you from answering. Yeah. So this is the we can say very common strategy of CFTRI we can see. So always the questions were very simple, but the options were given to check your accuracy, to check your confidence in yourself and your fundamental knowledge, your understanding of that subject is checked in this exam. So this in mental ability analogy, 1 question was there. Classification, no question. From series, there were there was 1 question. Coding, decoding, 1 question. Blood relation, 1 question. Direction sense, 1 question. Means these are interdisciplinary question like in blood relation, the uh, this again in blood relation only there were analogy questions were there, some sitting arrangement question was there in the blood relation only. So there are they have interdisciplined this questions in mental ability. So Venn diagram, there were no questions from Venn diagram. Alphabet test, that is yeah, 1 question was there from alphabet test. Inserting and missing character, there was 1 question. Number ranking, time sequence test. Uh, there were moreover means comprisingly we can say from mental ability 8 to 10 questions was there as of the weightage, and the questions were very trickily asked. Okay, questions were very easy, but they have tricked the questions. Now we'll move towards general awareness. So in general awareness, we can see only 6 to 7 questions we can see from general awareness. So in that sustainable development goals, no question was there. Carbon footprint, 1 question was there. Circular economy, machine learning. From machine learning, circular economy, there were no much questions I've seen. Food safety and security, there was a question. Nutritional labeling, there was 1 question. Quality management system, No questions have seen. Vaccine development, drug testing, there was one question about the COVID vaccine. R&D institutions and welfare schemes of government have not asked this year. Okay, this year is this paper is not comprising this R&D institutions and welfare schemes of government. But last year we have seen these questions. So we have seen all these questions. One question paper we have analyzed very properly. We have whatever we have studied in anchor batch of 2023. So through this well-organized study material, live lectures, and sectional tests, these have really worked very well. And we are hoping for the best results we can see, because these are very sufficient things uh, for preparing one exam is like CFTRI. So this year for CFTRI 2024, anchor batch is starting from 8th August, and which is comprising of the study material, live lectures, and full length test too. So that please enroll for this course, whoever aiming for this CFTRI MSc Food Technology entrance examination. So all aspirants are pleased to enroll here. Um, and if you want to contact, you can check all the contact details of the aggregation for you, and have a good day.